Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is Gems of War. And today I got 5 teams for you for the Frostfire Keep faction event. Pure, Deathless, High, Mid, and Low. The first one I got here is the Pure faction. I got it done in my first try. Wasn't that bad. I do have it on Horde level 200, so I'm not sure if that's like part of... I don't know. But it wasn't that bad for me. You got the Frostfire Wraith, I think his name is. Steals life. Like 65% skull reduction. Really good tank. Just keep casting it over and over and over, and you should be alright. I got 2 of them just in case I lose one. Then you got the Goblin there. Extra turn. Good mana generation. Uses green. Pretty good, I think, for like a mana generation type of deal. And then you got the King at the bottom, who's also really good. Like, I feel like you could beat it with him or the Wraith. Like, they're both really good. I think they could both do some work just by themselves. But 2 of the Wraiths, awesome. Tons of skull reduction. Stealing life, which adds it to your life and just makes it bigger and bigger and bigger and harder to kill and harder to kill. You're doing true damage, you know, from the top to the bottom on the enemy team. So you're taking out, you know, if you got both of them, you're just bang, bang, taking their life down. You got the Goblin giving you mana generation. You know, you need some sort of mana generation. You can't just do all damage. So, you know, and then you got your Explode Potion, your Enchant Potion. Frostfire King does like a freeze and a burn, which the Wraith boosts off of, but didn't seem to really matter too much. Like his boost, he didn't get too much from that boost, so wasn't that big of a deal. You don't really have to cast it before you cast the Wraith or anything like that. So I don't know, it wasn't that hard. I mean, on the last fight here, I did lose a couple of troops, but I still pulled off the victory. I got it in 2 times, by the way, because I didn't think you'd all would want to watch like a 7-minute fight. You do have to fight like 4 fights or something. So it wasn't like super easy, but it's not one of the hardest. It's not one of the easiest. It's kind of in the middle. Definitely recommend, you know, Horde level of like at least 133, 155, 177, probably something like that. But Frostfire Wraith. I forget their names for real. I mean, it's easy. It's Frostfire Wraith, Frostfire Goblin, and Frostfire King. They're all Frostfire thing that they are. A Wraith, a Goblin, and a King. But yeah, I think you could do several different iterations of this team if you really wanted to. You could go with like 2 Frostfire Kings maybe. Maybe you don't need the Goblin at all. I think you need the Wraith at the top, and you need the King at the bottom. And then whatever you want to put in those 2 middle slots would probably work. But 2 Wraiths... I feel like that Wraith could almost solo it, but I lost it, so I can't really say that. And then, you know, the King has a 3rd trait that I think burns and freezes or something, and then I don't know, that's cool too. But you see, I did lose a couple of troops on the last fight, but I had lost nothing going into the last fight. I wasn't like in fear of losing or anything like that. Even though their Frostfire, they have the same as you. That's the biggest problem, I feel. Like, the middle fights aren't hard. The first fight isn't hard, but the last fight with their juiced up, you know, same troops as you, they have the Frostfire Wraith, they have the Frostfire King, so they also have really good troops, and that's the only real problem with it, is that they also have really good troops, and they're all juiced up, you know, level 500. So, but I got it done on my first try, it wasn't too bad, but like I said, my Horde level was 200, so I don't know if that played a part in it or not, and I did lose 2 troops. Alright, here's Deathless. You guys know what to do with this. If you got High King Iron Gut, you're going to use it. If you got Zul'Goth, you're going to use it. So High King Iron Gut, Essence of Evil, Zul'Goth, and Harpy Mage. High King Iron Gut is just the king of Deathless 500. He devours, he gains all the stats that he devours. The devour counts as an instant kill. He has an extra turn on him. Like, he's just amazing for this, because it doesn't matter like what the enemy stats are. And you can boost your attack. And he devours based on his attack. Yeah, if he has 100 attack, he has a 100% devour rate. If he has a 90 attack, he has a 90% devour rate. If he has anything over 100, it's a 100% chance. So, you know, and you can boost your stats easily when you're doing faction stuff because of your Horde level and your power potions and your medals and just all your stats in the game. Like, you can get it up to 100. It's not too bad. Like, mine's 130. So I have a 30 extra attack. So I'm sure you have, you know, you can get to 100 pretty easily. But Essence of Evil, like, ties them all up, curses them, silences them, and entangles them. Like, so they're not going to kill you either because of that. And then the Zolgoth is another awesome instant kill. And then you can put a bunch of skulls on the board for your Hiking Iron Gut, who now has a ton of attack from devouring and everything. The Harpy Mage is a good mana generator when you don't have Leprechaun. It's also really good. Now, a lot of the time you'll be able to use Leprechaun. You got green, you got purple, but we only have, I think, yellow and blue for this one. So, thought about Harpy Mage, second turn in power and all that. You got the Enchant Potion. You can, you know, by the time you're on your second turn, you're going to get the 2 mana per turn. It starts with 75% mana, so then it'll have full mana by the time you're on your second turn. You can just explode. I usually choose Hiking Iron Gut, you know, to get the explosion from. And then, you know, get that up, devour. Usually devour twice with it, get a ton of attack, cast the Zolgoth, get another instant kill, put a bunch of skulls up there, ton of attack on Iron Gut, use the skulls, bang, that's your 4th kill. So 2 kills with Iron Gut, 1 kill with Zolgoth, and then a kill with the skulls. Alright, this is the high level team. Sorry to do it to you, but it's Stellaryx. Stellaryx, Ferrocafru, Essentia. Remember, you can also use the Deathless team for your high level team. It's pretty fast. It had the world record at a certain point. It might even still have it. The Hiking Iron Gut Zolgoth team for level 500, you know, pure faction, or level 500 just faction fastest team. It was on speedrun.com as the fastest, so it's still pretty fast. Man, y'all don't even know how hard it is to make videos in this house sometimes, or do streams and stuff like that, so I don't know, y'all. But anyway, Stellaryx. But hey, the Deathless team, you could do that. I have another team. I have a mid-level team you could use that you could also turn into a high-level team. So there's pretty much 3 high-level teams on this video right now. Stellaryx, Cafru, Essentia is like the fastest team in the game right now. Like for, you know, overall, you know, if you just, like how many things it's the fastest at, it's, you know, probably the fastest team in the entire game overall. You know, 50% starting, the most powerful troop in the game, with 2 Cafrus exploding the board with an explode potion, with an enchant potion. It just works, especially in factions, man. Like, this is definitely one of the fastest teams you could be using to just cruise through the event, get to level 90, get all rewards. Stellaryx, Cafru, Essentia. I don't know if there's anything faster for, like, Tuesday faction events. Alright, here is the mid-level team. I didn't like I just, whatever order they went in is what I put them in, sorry. The low-level team's on the end this time. I've been putting it at the front. But here's the one I was talking about. You got, what's his name? I always forget his name, but. So this is a no mythic team, but it's got Commander Donhart instead of Guard's Avatar. And I'm not going to re-record this video, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I had to record it over the night and the morning, so I just want to show y'all how hard it is these days for me to make videos. But here's the mid-level team. It's kind of similar to a Guard's Avatar team, except for you use Commander Donhart. Shout out to Sana. She was the first one to tell me, you know, to try Commander Donhart, which is very similar. He's just not a mythic, he's a legendary, and he does pretty much the exact same thing as Guard's Avatar, just a little bit weaker. You know, not exactly, but he boosts off of armor, he hits all the enemies, that's all that really matters. He's 50% started by Sir Quentin Hadley, so very similar and pretty easy. If you don't have the Guard's Avatar, you could use Commander Donhart. So Commander Donhart, Wand, Sir Quentin Hadley, Harpy Mage. Harpy Mage gets everything going, Wand does if she doesn't. Or if you need multiple casts, you got multiple mana generators, you got multiple damage dealers. Sir Quentin Hadley's one of the best 50% starts in the game, because his spell is actually good too, and he 50% starts Guard's Avatar. So, might be a video one day, that sounds like a good one. Shh, shh, quiet, shh. Alright, so that's the mid. Alright, low level, you're going to get used to Baldur this week as a low level player, because it is a Stormheim week. And Baldur is good for pretty much everything. Even if you're high level, you might as well be on your team because, you know, we have a lot of blue, we got a lot of giant, we got a lot of Baldur. Like somebody said on the stream, he's bald, so they call him Baldur? What? If you're naked, would they call you Naked Man? I don't know. If you're fatty boy? I don't know. Alright, so Osha's Tome, Baldur. You just need a blue weapon. So your wand would work. Jar of Eyes, right? Osha's Tome. Just any blue weapon, please. You don't want to not use a blue weapon. Because Baldur can get extra turns with every single cast if you have 4 blue on your team. It's like, I don't know, I think it's like 90 9% of the time. He's a secret infinite loop. You know what I mean? Like, you got Gob Truffle Shuffle out there, but Balder with all blue, he doesn't really miss. And if you keep getting them up over and over and over, you know, they can just keep going and going and going. It's not an infinite loop because you'll cast them, you'll get an extra turn. You know, it will be the enemy's turn at some point, but and you will have to take mana probably at some point. You will have to cast your weapon at some point. It's not an infinite loop, but every time you cast him, he will get an extra turn as long as you're using, you know, all blue. Gob Truffle casts, gets an extra turn, throws his own color up on the board. That's why that's an infinite loop. But Balder, every time you cast it, freaking infinite loop. But the thing people do wrong is they don't use all blue, and you have to use all blue. And use Titan, so you 50% start. But yeah, that's Frostfire Keep. I'll be going over this a little bit later. Maybe noon, maybe 10 a.m. EST. I don't know. Thinking about noon today. We'll try noon, I guess. So, yeah. I'll see you there at the stream. Like, share, subscribe, consider joining. Helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel, comment below. And I'll see y'all next time in February.